everyone, welcome to my upstairs studio. Today I'm painting on something that I started several weeks ago, actually during Spoleto in Charleston. Spoleto is a 17-day art event where I display my work. This here's a photo that I took in Venice, Italy, as you can tell, and what drew me to this scene was the contrast of the pretty pinks with the blue sky. This is how far I've gotten so far. I'm using an Arches pad, 12 by 16. I've already done this much. And today I'm going to work some on this section right in here. This here plastic I put on here, it's clear acetate. And I cut out the shapes of the things I'm going to paint on. The reason I'm doing this is I don't want to mess up my sky at this point. I'm happy with what the sky looks like, so I want to protect it. So I've gone ahead and cut the plastic, taped it down so it doesn't move. Now I can be a little more free in how I paint. My goal is to unify these buildings in the background. I don't want a lot of busyness. I just want to give the impression of it being the Santa Maria Della Salute church in the background. For the most part, I use Winsor & Newton paints, but I've recently added Daniel Smith to my arsenal of paints I can pull from. As you can tell, I don't bother cleaning out my palette. This is what it looked like yesterday when I left here. And I just spritz water on it so that it can be reconstituted and I can keep using it. These are all the colors that I've already incorporated into my painting, so why not just keep them, not clean them off. Get a paper towel. Alright, I'm going to try and be nice and bold. Bold meaning brave, not bold as far as color values go. What I do is I look at my photograph and I say, where do I want to start? Well, let's start with the domes of the church right here and then work my way out. So I look at my palette to see what colors I already have on here that sort of kind of look like this. Maybe I can keep this propped here. I'm hoping you can see that. So I see something right here that could work, something in this range. So I get some on my brush, I double dip, get both sides of my brush wet, and then I just touch my paper to see if I'm happy with what that looks like, and I am. This might be what I use on the darkest side, so I'm going to, for now, just keep it in the shadow side. I may actually not paint anything into here, if that makes sense. Leave some of the white as the lighter part of that building. You see, I don't even feel the need to switch to a smaller brush to do some of the details. I just use the side of my brush. Needed a little shadow under here to pop that out. It's a smallish area, so I don't feel the need to switch out my colors too often. By switch out, I mean like I might pick up some of this blue. So long as it's the same value, meaning lightness and darkness, it's going to read okay. Alright, that got a little bit too blue, so I'm going to pick up some of this purpley black that's on my palette. I'm going to paint through the very darkest portions and probably even darken those some more later. I see this nice little highlight right here. I try to find my place that's in here, so I'm going to paint around a section. It doesn't have to be the exact section. And then as I get to the other side, I see a little bit of a yellow tone in there. Yellow greeny, let's do that. I'm not married to the colors I see in my photo. I try to improve on it. Pick up a little this pinky color, put down here where it transitions into this building. And I can paint right through that little arched window because I'm going to come back in there later with a nice dark. Needs a little shadow under there. There. You see? I'll keep painting on this and I'll come back and show you some more in a little bit. Thanks for coming.